27th October, that marks the 75th anniversary of illegal invasion and occupation of Jammu and Kashmir by India. On this day, Indian security forces they illegally occupied territory, subjugating people of Jammu and Kashmir and violating international law and humanitarian norms. This is the big orientation of Jammu and Kashmir. Towards north is Azad Kashmir or the Free Kashmir, and here is occupied Indian Kashmir. And towards further south are Pakistan and India. Just a brief context that when this thing happened in 1947, there was an agreement between India and Pakistan that when both the countries, there were different states with different population, few having majority Muslims and few having majority Hindus. So they had the discussion to join whichever the country they wanted. So at that time, Kashmir had majority Muslims. However, the Hindu Raja, Hindu ruler, he preferred to join India. However, that was it was in his mind that nothing in this instrument shall be deemed to commit me in any way to accept any future constitution of India. And he had received very explicit instructions from the Indian government, their ruler, Lord Mountbatten, who said that the question of accession should be decided in accordance with the wishes of the people of the state. It is my government's wish that the question of the state's accession should be settled by a reference of the people. So, next slide. And these are certain pledges and the commitments made by the Indian rulers to the people of Kashmir and to the world. This issue is on the agenda of Kashmir and it is very much there since 1948. And all the resolutions, they generally say that the final disposition of the state of Jammu and Kashmir would be made in accordance with the will of people, expressed through the democratic method of a free and impartial plebiscite conducted under auspices of the United Nations. Yes. This is the recent activity. In 2019, India took illegal and unilateral actions by annulling Article 370 and 35A of Indian Constitution that guaranteed special status to Indian Kashmir. And this changed a whole lot for the Kashmiri people. Their demography was changed, their rights of the autonomy, those were changed, and they were really subjugated after this. And since then, the longest military siege is continuing. Few acts which are mentioned here, they deny the Kashmiris of their rights. This is very important. About 900,000 armed Indian forces they are occupying Kashmir. This is 1:10. That for every 10 person, 10 civilian, there is one soldier, which is the highest probably. Next. Human rights situation that is really grave. Next. Very important aspect that they spurn calls for access by the human rights commissions. They are not allowed to enter, they are not allowed to monitor, and the international media and human rights organizations, they are unable to actually provide them that comfort and soothing. Next. This is just recently that the Freedom House, they conducted a survey and it states that Indian Kashmir is not free, granting them just 27 marks out of 100. And it was conducted in 2022. This is again some of the atrocities being done by the the fake encounters, use of pellet guns, causing permanent blindness to the people of Kashmir. Yes. Extrajudicial killings, collective punishments, and destroying their houses, that is very much common still today. Yes. There have been increased reports of sexual violence against the Kashmiri ladies, and the recommendations by various organizations, these are being neglected by Indian authorities there. And they consider, go back please, They are just doing it to attempt to punish and humiliate the complete community. Next. The Kashmiris are being prevented from offering sacred religious obligations. The thing which I talked about earlier, they have changed the demography in Kashmir, bringing in Hindus from other parts of the country. Yes. So this is what we want from the people from the world, that they should express concern in the national statements at Human Rights Commission sessions, call upon India to comply with its international human rights obligations, engage with human rights organizations and UN human rights machinery, and implement the recommendation of Kashmiri reports, and call upon the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights to continue the Kashmir reporting process. Thank you.